Marcus on the loose. Play and learn.
Hello kids! Today we are going to match our monster alphabet with the correct pictures. On the left side, we have monster letters A, B, C, and D. While on the right side, we have pictures of crayon, donut, bicycle, and ant. Are you ready to match our monster alphabet to the pictures that start with the same letter? Let's begin! Let's start with letter A. Does crayon start with letter A? Does donut start with letter A? Does bicycle start with letter A? Does ant start with letter A? A is for ant. Now let's proceed with letter B. Does crayon start with letter B? Does donut start with letter B? Does bicycle start with letter B? B is for bicycle. Now let's proceed with letter C. Does donut start with letter C? Does crayon start with letter C? C is for crayon. Let's match letter D. Does donut start with letter D? D is for donut. Hello kids! Today we are going to match another set of monster alphabet with the correct pictures. On the left side, we have monster letters E, F, G, and H. While on the right side, we have pictures of glasses, hat, egg, and fruits. Are you ready to match our monster alphabet to the pictures that start with the same letter? Let's begin! Let's start with letter E. Does glasses start with letter E? Does hat start with letter E? Does fruit start with letter E? Does egg start with letter E? E is for egg. Now let's proceed with letter F. Does glasses start with letter F? Does hat start with letter F? Does fruits start with letter F? F is for fruits. Now let's proceed with letter G. Does hat start with letter G? Does glasses start with letter G? G is for glasses. Let's match letter H. Does hat start with letter H? H is for hat. Hello kids! Today we are going to match another set of monster alphabet with the correct pictures. On the left side, we have monster letters I, J, K, and L. While on the right side, we have pictures of kettle, leaf, jelly, and ice cream. Are you ready to match our monster alphabet to the pictures that start with the same letter? Let's begin. Let's start with letter I. Does kettle start with letter I? Does leaf start with letter I? Does jelly start with letter I? Does ice cream start with letter I? I is for ice cream. Now let's proceed with letter J. Does kettle start with letter J? Does leaf start with letter J? Does jelly start with letter J? J is for jelly. Now let's proceed with letter K. Does leaf start with letter K? Does kettle start with letter K? K is for kettle. Let's match letter L. Does leaf start with letter L? L is for leaf. Hello kids! Today we are going to match another set of monster alphabet with the correct pictures. On the left side, we have monster letters
M, N, O, and P. While on the right side, we have pictures of orange, pillow, mouse, and nest.
Are you ready to match our monster alphabet to the pictures that start with the same letter? Let's begin!
Let's start with letter M. Does orange start with letter M? Does pillow start with letter M? Does nest start with letter M? Does mouse start with letter M? M is for mouse. Now let's proceed with letter N. Does orange start with letter N? Does pillow start with letter N? Does nest start with letter N? N is for nest. Now let's proceed with letter O. Does pillow start with letter O? Does orange start with letter O? O is for orange. Let's match letter P. Does pillow start with letter P? P is for pillow.
Hello kids! Today we are going to match another set of monster alphabet with the correct pictures. On the left side, we have monster letters
Q, R, S, and D. While on the right side, we have pictures of spider, tomato, robot, and quail.
Are you ready to match our monster alphabet to the pictures that start with the same letter? Let's begin!
Let's start with letter Q. Does a spider start with letter Q? Does tomato start with letter Q? Does robot start with letter Q? Does quail start with letter Q? Q is for quail. Now let's proceed with letter R. Does a spider start with letter R? Does tomato start with letter R? Does robot start with letter R? R is for robot. Now let's proceed with letter S. Does tomato start with letter S? Does a spider start with letter S? S is for spider. Let's match the letter T. Does tomato start with letter T? T is for tomato.
Hello kids! Today we are going to match another set of monster alphabet with the correct pictures. On the left side, we have monster letters U, V, W, and X. While on the right side, we have pictures of watermelon, xylophone, UFO, and vegetables. Are you ready to match our monster alphabet to the pictures that start with the same letter? Let's begin!
Let's start with letter U. Does watermelon start with letter U? Does xylophone start with letter U? Does vegetables start with letter U? Does UFO start with letter U? U is for UFO. Now let's proceed with letter V. Does watermelon start with letter V? Does xylophone start with letter V? Does vegetables start with letter V? V is for vegetables. Now let's proceed with letter W. Does xylophone start with letter W? Does watermelon start with letter W? W is for watermelon. Let's match the letter X. Does xylophone start with letter X? X is for xylophone.
Does zebra start with letter Y? Does yo-yo start with letter Y? Y is for yo-yo. Does zebra start with letter Z? Z is for zebra. Congratulations, kids! We have matched all the monster alphabet with the correct pictures. To recap, Y is for yo-yo, Z is for zebra. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please don't like, oh my god, I learned. Bye bye.